This country is sinking.
What if your entire homeland was disappearing beneath the waves? This is not a future scenario. It is happening now. This is the heartbreaking story of Tuvalu and climate change. Imagine standing on the shore of your home. This is the only home you have ever known. Your ancestors are buried here. Your memories were made on this very soil. Now, watch as the sea, once a trusted friend and provider, begins to claim it. The waves creep higher each year, swallowing the land inch by inch. They steal the ground from beneath your feet. This is not a scene from a distant future. It is not a work of fiction. For the people of Tuvalu, this is a devastating reality. It is the slow, heartbreaking process of watching your entire world disappear. The saltwater poisons the ground where you grow your food. It bubbles up through the earth during the highest tides, creating saltwater ponds where homes once stood. Children play in these waters, unaware that it is the very force erasing their future. The familiar paths you walked as a child are now impassable. The coconut trees stand with their roots exposed, slowly dying as the sea encroaches. To truly understand what is being lost, we must first see what Tuvalu is. It is a nation of 9 tiny coral atolls, scattered across the vast blue expanse of the Pacific Ocean. Its name means 8 standing together, referring to the 8 traditionally inhabited islands. These islands are impossibly beautiful. Narrow rings of coral, narrow rings of sand, brilliant turquoise lagoons. The highest point is less than 5 meters above sea level. That low-lying geography is now its greatest vulnerability. Life here has always been deeply connected to the ocean. The sea is the provider. Fish, the heart of the Tuvaluan diet. Community fishing using traditional methods. Sharing the catch, communal bonds. Falpili, looking after neighbors like family. Culture is vibrant and alive. What is this force that relentlessly pushes the ocean higher? The cause is not local. It originates thousands of miles away, in the industrialized nations of the world. For over a century, we have been burning fossil fuels: coal, oil, gas. This process releases vast quantities of gases, like carbon dioxide, into the atmosphere. These gases act like a blanket, trapping heat from the sun and causing the Earth's overall temperature to rise. This warming has 2 major effects on our oceans. First, as the ocean water itself gets warmer, it expands. It is a simple principle of physics. When things heat up, they take up more space. Even a small temperature increase leads to significant expansion, raising sea levels. Thermal expansion is a substantial portion of observed sea level rise. The second major effect is the melting of ice. The planet's great ice reserves, Greenland, Antarctica, glaciers all over the world, are melting. Vast volumes of fresh water pour into the oceans. Think of it like adding water to an already full bathtub. This contribution is accelerating. For Tuvalu, barely above the high tide mark, the consequences are devastating. For the families of Tuvalu, climate change is not a distant concept. It is a daily struggle etched into the fabric of their lives. Consider the story of a mother on the outer edge of Funafuti. Her home, built by her father, once stood a safe distance from the water. Now, during king tides, the ocean flows right through her living room. She and her children move their belongings up, waiting for the water to recede. Their sleep is disturbed by waves crashing near the shore. Then there is the fisherman, who has spent his life reading the ocean. He knows its rhythms, he knows its currents, he knows its moods. But now he sees changes that frighten him. The coral reefs, once bursting with color and life, are bleaching and dying due to warmer water. This means fewer fish, often smaller fish. Livelihood and food are less secure. He worries about his children's future. The children of Tuvalu are growing up in a world their elders would not recognize. They play in saltwater puddles that were once dry playgrounds. Some schools move inland, but there is very little inland to move to. They may be the last generation to call these islands home. Hopes clouded by becoming climate refugees. Yet, remarkable resilience endures. The heartbreak of Tuvalu is not just in what is happening now, but in what is being lost for the future. Every grain of sand washed away by the tide carries with it a piece of the nation's heritage. The most sacred places are being desecrated by the rising sea. Graveyards near the coast are being eroded. Graves and markers are collapsing into waves. Infrastructure that supports modern life is crumbling. Flights are grounded, the nation isolated. Roads are washed out between villages. Fresh water is becoming scarce. The freshwater lens is contaminated. Rain collection fails during drought. This crisis brings grief and anxiety. Parents wonder if their children will have a homeland to inherit. Young people face a choice: stay and fight, or leave and risk losing their cultural identity. The potential extinction of a sovereign nation is a massive tragedy. Faced with the prospect of physical annihilation, the government and people of Tuvalu are not standing idle. They are fighting back with courage, innovation, and a powerful voice. One of their most ambitious initiatives is the Future Now project, a digital twin of the nation in the metaverse. Digitally mapping the islands, recording cultural practices, archiving stories and historical knowledge. A desperate attempt to preserve culture and history, and to maintain statehood and sovereignty digitally, with maritime boundaries recognized under international law.
In a powerful speech, Foreign Minister Simon Kofi stood knee-deep in the ocean, declaring, "We are not just sinking, we are fighting."
They advocate globally, pursue land reclamation, invest in solar, and plant salt-resistant crops. These are brave, costly steps, but they cannot save every island. The fate of Tuvalu may seem distant, a story from a faraway corner of our planet, but it is not. It is a mirror reflecting a future that will, in different ways, touch us all. The rising sea does not stop at borders. It is a global phenomenon. Their struggle is the most urgent symptom of a planetary illness we have all contributed to. Their fight is our fight. So, what can be done? The answer must begin with the world's largest economies and emitters. Governments must take bold and immediate action to transition away from fossil fuels towards clean, renewable energy. This is the only way to slow the warming and stabilize our climate. We must hold our leaders accountable and demand urgent policies. This is not politics. It is survival. As individuals, our choices matter. By reducing our own carbon footprint, consuming less, conserving energy, and advocating for sustainable practices, we contribute to the collective solution. Support frontline communities with adaptation aid and amplify their voices. Educate, organize, and build a global chorus too loud to ignore. The people of Tuvalu are asking for action, for justice. We all share one ocean and one atmosphere, and a shared responsibility to protect them. The story of Tuvalu is a test of our humanity. Will we stand by and watch an entire nation, a culture, a people be washed away? Or will we rise to the challenge, united by our common future, and work together to turn the tide? The choice is ours, and time is running out, for Tuvalu and for all of us.